Hey y'all, how you doing today? Dana here, and I am making beef stroganoff in my antique kitchen. And I've got things heated up. Got the eye going here, if y'all can see, on my antique stove, Miss Sophie, who is a Maytag Dutch oven from 1950. And I've got some water in a pan right here, heating up for noodles. So we're gonna have some noodles. We're gonna do stroganoff. It's going over the noodles. It won't take long at all. The first thing we gotta do, now that we feel some heat coming through, is get our olive oil and go ahead and swirl it in the pan. We're gonna add a pound of our ground beef. In goes a pound. We're just gonna get this going. I can hear it sizzling a little bit, but it's gotta get hot, so I'm gonna put the lid back on. All right, we're just letting the stove do the work. We're rocking and rolling. This is looking good, but I'm gonna tell you, we got to salt this, because if we don't, it won't be salty enough. So you're gonna put in as much salt as you think, but I need a little bit more for my family. Now what we need to do is add some mushrooms. And I like getting this little 4-ounce can of mushrooms and just drain them. These are pieces and stems, so I don't even have to cut anything. But let me just do a little business right quick. Where can y'all get the recipe for this? You can get it in my cookbook. And I'm cooking with Dana, y'all, and Happiness is Homemade, y'all, and they will come right to your house. If you want an autographed copy, just get on my store, which happens to be in my app called Cooking with Dana, y'all. Just get in the store and order it, and I will send you an autographed copy. And that's where the recipes are. And the recipes are also in my app. I like getting in my app and pulling up the recipes on my iPad, and so that I've got the recipes here and I can see how much I need of everything. So if you join my family, get on the app and join my family, you'll have all of my recipes. And I also make weekly menus for you, so you don't even have to worry about that. And with the push of the button, it will go to wherever you buy groceries, or you'll have your own grocery list. So it's easy, easy, easy. Let's take care of our families, and I'm trying to make it easy for myself and for you. Here we go. Chopping this up, and now I'm gonna get this meat chopped up a little bit, and then I'm going to put in the spices that I need. Now, I'm going to need a half of a teaspoon of garlic powder. Okay, that was a half. I'm also going to need some ground mustard. This is ground mustard. This is what it looks like. It's yellow, and it's ground mustard. And I'm gonna use about 1/4 of a spoon of that. And y'all, as always, if your family likes more seasoning, put it in there. If they don't like as much, don't put as much in there. Now I'm gonna do some pepper here, and I'm gonna do about 1/4 of a teaspoon, because pepper goes really good with this. And y'all, you don't have to put this one. This is purely optional, but I always add a little bit of cayenne pepper if it's just me and David. Just a few sprinkles. Now, if I've got people coming and they don't like that, then I don't add it. Now we're gonna add our mushrooms to it so that they can soak up some of that goodness as well. And there's a big sale going on right now on my merch, so y'all go check it out. And there's also a sale on my autographed cookbooks. Okay. All right, got a little bit more to go so the flavors can meld together and all the meat's done. So I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, here we go. This is looking wonderful. It smells wonderful. And now what we're gonna do is add 2 tablespoons of flour. So we're gonna make this into a type of gravy. You're gonna love this. It tastes good. If you've never done this before, don't be scared. It's gonna be fine, I promise. So we've got all the spices in there, the salt and the pepper, and now we're putting in the 2 tablespoons of flour. This is gonna make the white sauce that goes with it. And we are going to cook this pretty good and then start adding some milk. You can add your milk from your refrigerator, or for an extra creamy texture, you can use evaporated milk, which is a secret of my grandmothers and great-grandmothers. They were always saying, for extra creaminess, get the evaporated milk. And you know, we gotta listen to them. They knew a lot. They lived a long time, they knew a lot. We gotta listen to the people that's older than us, because they've learned a thing or two in this life. All right, and y'all know you shake up if you use this. Now, like I said, you can use milk. This is just a 12-ounce can. That's 12 ounces, so that's like a cup and a half. Sorry, I had to think there for a minute. Okay, we want the flour to get cooked just a little bit, and then you don't leave this now. You stay right here with it, and we're gonna turn this into something really, really good. Got to stir my noodles a minute. Okay, when we turn this on simmer, then I will show y'all the state of that refrigerator I was cleaning this morning. There we go. All right, we're gonna pour the milk in and we're gonna stir. Don't be afraid to do this. It's really easy. Once you learn this, you can make any sauce or you can make gravies. You know, this is not hard. It just takes a little practice. And with your Southern mama in the kitchen, you can practice. Now, I'm going to go get one of these wooden spoons, because I know from experience that y'all want me to have wooden utensils. There we go. Because of the noise. So here we go. Now what happens, you're gonna stir and scrape the bottom with this. If you feel resistance, you know you've got some of that flour still stuck on the bottom, so you just want to scrape it up a little bit, and that's all you do. If it gets too thick, you thin it out with a little water, just a little water at a time. If it's too thin, we'll add some more flour, but mine's coming along just fine. Oh, it smells so good. David loves Stroganoff, and he's out working on the tractor right now on the bush hogging, and we're just gonna keep this going good. And I'm learning the ins and outs of cooking on my Maytag Dutch oven, which I'm adoring. So life is good. Let's see how that is. That's pretty good. I'm gonna let that, that tastes good. Okay, I'm gonna let that simmer for just a minute. I turn it down a little bit. And now I'm gonna show y'all my refrigerator. This morning I was gonna do a live, and I got down here to wipe out this older refrigerator from like the 90s that we've put in this vintage kitchen, and I got down here and it was a mess. So I've been working half the morning on that. But I wanna show you how clean it is. Dun, dun, dun. My clean kitchen, my clean refrigerator. And now I'm gonna slide these in because I took these out to wash them. Voila! Oh, the joys of having a clean refrigerator. All right, y'all, this is heated all up and looking good. And you can tell if your sauce is thick enough just by running your finger down the back of the spoon. If it doesn't run together, as you can see there, it's left a trail. If it doesn't run back together, then you know that it's ready. And that gives you a chance to taste of it too. And it is really good. Y'all, that's so good. Now, we're not finished yet, because when I cook this a lot of times, I don't want to throw a vegetable together and cook it. So I will add some peas, some green peas. Now, I won't add this whole can, I'll add about half of it, but I'll add green peas to it. If you've got frozen, throw in a handful of frozen. That's what I prefer to use, but I didn't have any today. Oh yeah, and I like the baby ones because they don't taste as strong. Okay, I used about a fourth of a can, maybe a third. We're gonna put those in there. We're turning this puppy right down on simmer. And we're just gonna wait and plate it up. Let it simmer for a while, let the flavors meld. All right, y'all, this has been sitting here simmering for 20 minutes. It's ready to add the sour cream. Now we've turned off the heat. We're gonna add a cup of sour cream, and this will give it some really good tang. If you don't have sour cream, you can always use buttermilk if you want to. And I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. One time I was making this, and I had it on the table, and we were eating it and enjoying it. And I had forgotten to put the sour cream in it. So if you don't want the sour cream, don't worry about it. And then you just stir this in. And we don't even have to make a vegetable. And my hubby will be coming in just a minute, getting in from the field. Remember, it's got peas in it, so you don't have to make a vegetable. But look how good this looks. I know. He's gonna love it. And I've got some farm fresh tomatoes right here. You can't get a better tomato than Blount County, Alabama tomatoes, I'm here to tell you. And now, let's see how this looks on a plate of noodles. You can use egg noodles. This is elbow macaroni noodles. Okay, let's cover this baby up. And I've got to put a tomato on it shortly. Woo. But first, I'm gonna taste of this and let y'all see, is this good? Did I do all right? How did I do? Couple of noodles, get some meat in there, got a pea or two, yum, yum. We're gonna really enjoy this stroganoff. Yeah, the good Lord loves you and I love you too. Y'all go cook something good for your family. Make some stroganoff. And remember, all my stuff's on sale right now, 20% off. Go check it out. Love and blessings to you. That is delicious. Bye now.